Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Thursday, July 24th. It is 6:20 right now. We got market opening up in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up liquidity over here. And we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. All right. So high right there. Down to the 8 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 10 minute, and back down to the 1 minute here. All right, guys, looks good so far. So good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, July 24th. It is 6:23 right now. We have market opening up in about 7 minutes. I've marked up liquidity over here. As you guys can see, price is pretty slow right now. It's consolidating within this middle area. It just recently cut down below this demand zone, and we're looking for price to either break above it and continue up higher, or break below it and continue down lower. We got a bunch of liquidity in both ends right here. You can see they're kind of bunched up in the area because there's not really too much going on, but that's pretty much what we got going on here at the moment. So with that said, we'll be looking for possible breakouts in the next 7 minutes. I'll know the direction of the original breakout, momentum breakout shortly once we get closer to 6:30. Other than that, let's take a look at the daily outlook for the day. So the daily outlook is neutral to slightly bullish. Um, Supply and demand zones are marked up right there. Possible setups over here for scalp moves, breakouts, pullbacks, range trading. We're not really sure what's going to happen right here. So like, I'm not really looking into any of the specific setups until market actually opens up, because right now it's just a little too slow, right? We got price going back and forth between this middle area. We need to wait for price to break out over here above or below. I mean, whichever direction it goes, it's fine, but that's what we're going to be waiting for. So we got that right there. Looking over here at the overall trend, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, this is all bearish. You can see price here is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling to the downside. The 1 minute over here is starting to shift to the upside, but we'll see what happens here in the next few moments once market opens up. Looking over here on the 30 minute, it's currently bearish. 1 hour is currently bullish. 4 hours currently bullish. So it's a little mixed right here. The higher time frames, 1 hour and 4 hour, are both bullish. 30 minute is flipping to bearish, and the lower time frames over here are bearish still. So we'll see what happens in a few. 6:25 right now. We got market opening up in about 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens here shortly. Hey, David, morning. Morning, Ben. Morning, Maria. Morning, everybody. All right, not too much movement here, like I said, guys. I'm gonna clean this up as price continues to move along. Obviously, it's a little messy right here. The ATR is currently at 12. We do have some news today, I believe. We have news at 6:45, high impact. We had high impact news at 5:30, which was jobless claims, and then at 6:45 we have PMI, which is inflation news. Then we have new home sales at 7. So 5:30, I'm going to mark it up right here. 6:45 and 7 o'clock. It's going to be a little tricky. Hopefully this news is going to be the volatility we need to push price out of this range. Well, we'll see what happens here shortly. 6:26 right now. We got 4 minutes till market open. Hey, Sam, morning. All right, guys, we got market opening up in a few. Right. Hopefully we get some volatility today, guys. It's been pretty choppy all week. Hey, Lila, morning. Morning, Daniel. All right, guys. Looks like majority of you guys are here so far. So good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, July 24th. It is 6:27 right now. We got market opening up in about 3 minutes. As you guys can see here, market has not done much pre-market. It's pretty much been going back and forth right here down the middle. We got price kind of knocking down around this area. We have a ton of liquidity just kind of bunched up in this little area right here. So I'm going to clean this up as price continues to move past it. Um, Again, we're basically gonna wait for price to break out of this area right here. It looks like it's gonna consolidate and range between the supply or demand zones down here. So we'll see what happens here shortly. We got market opening up in 2 minutes. Direction of the breakout will be posted up shortly for the more regular momentum breakout. Depending on how this candle right here closes, it'll either be a buy. If it doesn't close with the sell signal, if it does close with the sell signal, it'll be a sell. But we'll see what happens here in a few. Got about 20 seconds left on this candle. Overall direction of trend here, guys, on the lower time frames is bearish. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute price is below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling down. Same with the 30 minute over here. So we have a little bit of a higher confluence right there as well. Looking over here at the daily outlook, we're currently neutral to slightly bullish. So it kind of depends on like what happens here with the trend. But I mean, I'm okay to trade in either direction right now, mainly for a sell, but we'll see what happens here when market opens up. So the momentum breakout for today is going to be a buy if anybody's looking to take that. It's going to be a little tricky because, like I said earlier, price is just going back and forth right here, right? So there's not really too much to work with. Um, but we'll see what happens here when market opens up shortly. We got market opening up in about 30 seconds. Maria mentioned there's news at 6:45. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, I have it marked up right here, guys. We have high impact news at 6:45, and we have high impact news at 7 o'clock. 6:45, we have PMI, which is inflation data. And then on at 7 o'clock, we have new home sales. We also had news over here at 5 o'clock, which was high impact as well, and was jobs data for positive news, but price did come down even though it was positive. So, all right, guys, market is open in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is now open. So with market open right there, I'll go ahead and mark up opening price. So it looks like price kind of spiked back and forth right here, grab liquidity in both directions. All right, so I'll be marking up the orb here as price continues to move along, of course. Volatility is still pretty low. 60-point candle right there. Volatility is slightly picking up now. So ideally, I would probably look for a sell here because the overall trend here is bearish, but because of this choppiness, you might want to be a little careful with the entry here. So the current orb right now is this is lower orb right here, and we have the upper orb right there as well. So lower orb is at 44,866. Upper orb over here is at 44,927. 44,866. I mean, price might push above. The overall trend here is bearish though, so I'm not really looking to take buys right now. So this might be the orb over here for a buy, but I'm not really looking to take buy. So the orb over here, upper orb is going to be at 44,927. Lower orb right here is going to be at 44,866. So if we get an orb entry for a buy, probably going to sit out of it. If we get a sell here, I'll probably look into it. Yeah, the upper orb is just kind of tricky because the overall trend right here is currently bearish with regard to the shorter time frames. Daily bias for today is neutral to slightly bullish, but like I said earlier, I probably would go with the current trend. So if you guys want to take the orb here for a buy, probably not going to take the buy, but if it does come down for a sell, I'll likely take the sell down there. Price is still stuck in this chop right here, as you guys can see. So this orb will probably clear it out, but we'll see what happens here. So again, if this price breaks above this orb right here at orb high, then this will be an orb buy. If it breaks below down here, this could be an orb sell. But again, we'll see what happens here shortly. No entry yet. Sam said will likely sweep 44,831, but market open is risky. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So still nothing here right now, guys. I'll probably clean up this liquidity in a few. So I'll clean this one up a little bit. I'll leave this higher one up for right now. We do have another one up here as well. So you can see price is trying to push up, but it's not really having that much of momentum behind it. So if you guys are looking to take this buy orb, you need it to break and close above the 44,927. Hasn't done that yet. And then you look for the retest right there. Otherwise, if you're going to look for the sell below, you're going to look for price to break below the 44,866 and then retest that level right there as well. Still no orb yet. It's like the regular breakout might have came out already. So the regular breakout is still running right now. So this is the normal momentum breakout currently running. The orb still hasn't came up yet. Again, you're looking for price to break past 44,927. I'm not really looking to take buys here, but if you guys do want to take it, I'm just marking it up for you guys here. Like I said, the overall trend here is bearish, so I'm not really looking to take buys here at the moment. Hey, Steven, morning. All right. Still no orb yet, guys. This might be the orb entry setting up right now for a buy. I don't like the price action here. As you guys can see, we have a lot of like choppy candles here for price trying to push to the upside. Again, if you want to take this orb right here, guys, this candle has to break and close above 44,927. And then if this does break and close above it, you're going to place your pending buy limit right there at 44,927. Hasn't broken close past it yet. Here we go. As price comes back down. Ideally, what I'll be looking for here is for price to break below and set up for a sell. Still no buy entry here yet. We got 17 seconds left on this candle. Still no confirmation. All right, so still no orb there. Yeah, not really liking the price action to the top, as you guys can see right there. It's trying to get past the area, but it's not really having much luck. It gets knocked down as soon as it touches it. Right. So price is attempting again to break past the orb high right there. Yeah, this whole week's been kind of a toss-up, guys. As you guys can see right here, price is still stuck within this consolidation range. Like I said, we're waiting for price to break out of this area. So, I mean, nothing much is really going to happen here. Probably not until news. We got news over here at 6:45. I think it's Chicago PMI, so it's going to be inflation news. We'll see price again here is trying to break past it. Still hasn't had that push yet. All right, so price is still trying to inch to the upside right here. So pre-market right here looks like or on open, we had a sweep right there. Price swept up on the initial candle. So I had a little sweep right there. Looks like we had another sweep up here as well. So price is just continuously sweeping back and forth. Looks like this orb here looks like it might finally get filled, guys. Again, I'm not looking to take any buy entries right now because the overall trend here is bearish. There's just no confluences for a buy right now, aside from my daily outlook, but my daily outlook is neutral to slightly bullish, so it's not really there. So personally, not really looking to take anything there for that. Still no orb, guys. Yeah, so this is kind of showing that, you should probably be a little cautious with your entries here because it looks like price is trying to just stay within this middle range. So this middle range of consolidation right here is where price is stuck in, and it does not look like price is ready to break out of this area. Yep, Sam said everyone waiting for news. I'll hold on to. Yeah, I agree. So we got PMI news right here. S&P Global Manufacturing PMI, Global Composite PMI, Services PMI happening right here at 6:45 is all forecasted to be, it's mixed. So one of them's forecasted to be negative, one's forecasted to be neutral, one's forecasted to be positive. So see what happens. You got price coming right back down right here. So price is pulling right back below. This could be a possible setup for the orb sell. Well, who knows? Price here just might stay right in between this middle area. Still nothing yet. So it looks like price swept from right here. It swept off this lower high. So we basically got two sweeps right here that followed back to back from each other. It's a sweep up and a sweep down. So right here, price opened up, came down, swept this lower low right here, then it pulled right back up and it pushed up right here to this lower high from right here, swept that and came right back down. So it's price is just in limbo right now. It's going back and forth. This is pretty much what I mentioned to you guys this whole week. I mentioned, this is probably going to be a good time to be looking for sweeps. And that's exactly what's coming up, right? We're just having a bunch of sweeps back and forth right here. It swept from up here, swept from down here. Here we go. As price comes back down below. This could start to set up for the possible orb entry below. The only problem with this, guys, is that we're getting really close to news. News is right here at 6:45. So you might want to be very careful about taking the orb here if you guys are looking to take it. Because like I said, the news at 6:45 is going to be mixed. This one right here is forecasted to be negative. This is forecasted to be neutral, and this is forecasted to be positive. So with that said, it's mixed news. We don't really know where price is going to go, right? Price can really go in either direction. So I know I've been trying to take this orb pretty much all week, but it's just not really looking like a good time to take it. So I'll be looking for possible scalps after. I'm probably not going to get into the orb. We're getting too close to news here. 6:41 right now. We got about 4 minutes till the news release. And then after that, we have another news release right here at 7 o'clock, which is new home sales, which should be negative because yesterday's data was negative, right? So yeah, or was new home sales. So existing home sales over here was negative, and then new home sales probably going to be negative as well. A lot of the stuff's going to be based off the tariff news, right? Because the supplies are getting expensive. So a lot of fluctuation in availability. All right, so still no orb, guys. It's been a while. It's 6:41 right now. It's been 10 minutes since open. No orb here has been completed. I'm probably gonna sit out on the orb today. Whenever I see the orb like this, where price is just consolidating heavily, it's usually sets up for a fake out of some sort. So that's what you want to be careful for. So like what you might get here is if price breaks below here, price may come down and then it may reverse back up into the range. Yeah, Sam said it at the end it'll all go up. Yeah, exactly. That's why my daily buys for today's bullish. I'm not really looking for just buys though because the trend here is bearish. So once it shifts back to the upside, I'll look for buys. But right now, I'm okay with looking for sells just for the moment, right? Temporarily. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Again, price has not broke and closed past either orb high or either orb low. I think this is the first time this has happened with the orb in a long time. I mean, not the very first time, but in a long time, of course. We typically see the orb break. It either breaks and fakes out, or it just breaks and flies, initially. Today, this is the orb's been sitting in the middle for a while today. I think the orb range is even that wide. It's like about 60 points or so. All right, we got news in 2 minutes, guys. News in 2 minutes. Hopefully this news pushes price out of this range because we've been stuck in this range for a while now. All right, 1 minute till news. Still no orb entry. Man, the price action here is really, really choppy. So the good thing here is that if you're taking sweeps, I mean, your sweeps are hitting pretty nicely, right? Doesn't really matter which direction you're taking a sweep. Obviously, I would take it with some sort of direction, but like what I said earlier, the sweeps here they're flying through pretty smooth. Price is still sitting at opening price right here. This blue line's where market opened up, and it's basically just been sitting there. So again, consolidation range is right here down the middle. Not much has changed. Same back and forth. All right, we got market. So we got market news right here in about 3 seconds. So let's see what happens here. All right, so here's the news right here. This is S&P Manufacturing Global PMI. A little bit of a spike to the upside, nothing too crazy. So the manufacturing, let's see, it's still loading. Looks like it's all positive though. Yeah, composite and services both positive, manufacturing negative right there. Okay. So not really too much of a reaction to it, at least not yet. We'll see. We might get a later reaction to the news. It's a little bit of a spike candle right here, nothing too crazy. Spiked about 40 points. Still no orb, guys. So I mean, this is a clear indication of like market not going anywhere, right? Price was in a consolidation range pre-market, and it's still in a consolidation range right here, about almost 20 minutes in, which is surprising. If anything, market here might stay flat until like around 7 o'clock, and then it might pick back up. So I would just give it some time. All right, we got nothing here, guys. Again, we are just waiting for something here to happen. Price is stuck within this middle range. I just had to check my stock portfolio right now. I just offloaded my AT&T stock. Let's see. Yeah, I just offloaded my AT&T stock at 28 for about 15,000. Made about 5,000 in profit on that one, so that's pretty good. I'm still in the Google trade. So the Google trade that I talked to you guys about yesterday, I got in at 190. Google Alphabet's currently at 195. I'm in profit about 3%. So I'm going to try to exit at 200. That's going to put me at about 5% to 7% profit. All right, guys, possible orb entry right here if anybody's looking to take it. Again, I'm not really looking to take buys yet because there's no confirmation of a shift in the chart. So if you guys want to take the orb entry, it's going to be right here. Your buy limit's going to be set at 44,927. Um, if price pushes past the 40 right here, then you have to cancel your order because price is already overextended at that point. But if it doesn't, price comes back and fills it, then you're in the position, you look to ride this back up higher. Or if you guys just want to hold it anyways, even if it's overextended, I mean, feel free. Also, if you guys want to enter just at market, you guys could enter at market too. This is going to be depending on which type of orb you're applying. If you're applying the original orb, your entry would happen on market right there. If you're looking to take the break and retest, which is what I typically like to take, I wait for it to come back and retest this area here for a fill. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you want to take it for a retest, great. If you want to take it for immediate entry, your market order would be right there. So price is pushing up right now. It's not very fast, but it is pushing up slightly. So again, if price reaches this point, cancel your order because it's overextended and it's already hit for 40 points. If it doesn't though, pending order still has not been filled yet for the orb. High low break and retest right here did not get filled. So you can see price broke and closed past the higher high. You would need this to fill on the following candle, which you didn't. So no confluence entry there. We got another news event here at 7 o'clock, guys. So this is why I think price, if it doesn't move right now, it's probably going to stay in limbo until about 7 o'clock. We have new home sales right here at 7 o'clock. After that, then we'll probably get some directional move. And it doesn't matter which direction price pushes, right? Price can push up, price can push down. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just waiting for confirmation here. Been waiting for a confirmation pretty much all week, guys. Haven't taken no trades this whole week. Just been waiting for price to confirm. So the orb here still hasn't filled yet, guys. The break and retest hasn't filled. The regular orb is filled. So the regular orb is running in profit right now. It's about halfway there. But the break and retest orb has not. filled yet. So I'm not in any positions here at the moment. Clean this up. All right, well, the good thing here is that we're finally out of the range, right? We were stuck within this range here for about an hour, 2 hours maybe. Price finally broke outside of it, and we'll see if it continues climbing from there. All right, so the orb right there has hit 40 points, guys. At this point, I wouldn't put the pending order there anymore. It's a little too late. Price is a bit overextended. If you're going for that further push, like the 50 to 100, then yeah, possibly you can still get into it. But the 40 is pretty much done with. So for me personally, not looking to take that there or looking to take here anything really. All right, now that price is pushing up, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a confirmation on the 5-minute and the 15-minute over here. As you guys can see from my daily outlook bias was neutral to slightly bullish. So I was pretty much waiting for price to correct back up. It is correcting back up now as we speak. So until we get a confirmation here, basically what I need is I need the 5-minute to close above the pivots, and I need the 15-minute to also close above the pivots here. So it's probably going to take some time for me to start looking for any entries here. What I'm going to need is probably some push to the upside a bit higher, maybe a retracement, and then a continuation back up. Basically like an inverted head and shoulders, right? So we get that inverted head and shoulders. I'll be looking for entries once price pushes back up higher over here at the end of it. So just got to be patient, guys. I've been patient all week. I'm not going to blow it this day just because, I'm itching for a trade. I'm actually not itching for a trade, which is pretty surprising. I mean, in my opinion, I think this is really surprising that I'm not getting any FOMO, because usually if I don't take any trades for the entire week, I'm usually FOMOing by like Wednesday. Like by Wednesday, Thursday, I get that itch where I really need to get into something. But for whatever reason, I mean, today I'm just not feeling it. Or this whole week, I'm not really feeling it. If I don't see anything good, I'm not going to take it. But if we do see some setups here, I will show you guys. There's also an MPSV2 running right here, guys. There's a buy signal, retracement, confirmation. So there's a couple entries here currently running at this moment. This is a MPSV2 for a buy. Not in this position right here. Like I said, I'm waiting for the trend here to confirm. We haven't really been in a trending market lately, right? We've kind of been in a consolidating ranging market for the past couple of days, which is fine because last week was very directional. So if you guys remembered from our stats last week, it was very directional here. Super directional the week before that. This week's just been super choppy, so I haven't taken any trades. Nothing on Monday, nothing on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday. I'm hoping I'm going to get something today, but I'm not really forced to hop into anything, right? It's gonna, you got to be patient. Christian said, I know why new trade manager has eyes locked into your performance. Yeah, exactly, Christian. Yeah, I'm looking for more quality entries now. I mean, before I was looking for a little bit more riskier entries, but as of now, I'm not really looking for that stuff as much anymore. Mainly looking for quality entries to come up, which we just haven't had this week. And we'll keep looking. I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean I'm not going to take anything today. I'm just going to be really cautious about the entries that I do decide to take. Or if I do take something, it's going to have to be good, right? It's going to have to line up properly with my setups here. If you guys are new here, or if you guys are not familiar with what my setups are, here is my daily playbook for the day, or not for the day, but in general. So my daily playbook, I'm looking for a directional strategy entry, which is going to be the high-low break and retest. I'm looking for a sideways entry, which is going to be a liquidity sweep or a V1 variation. And I'm looking for a breakout, which is a 2-minute momentum orb, which did not fill for the day, and the momentum breakout right here as well. So not in this position. I'm just going to take this off because I don't want you guys to think I'm in anything here. But yeah, I'm looking for a high-low break and retest. Price is kind of doing what we expected. Like I said earlier, price is going to get manipulated around this area. Looking for price to come up, come down, and then come back up from here. If that's the case, then great. I'll look for some entries down here, but not really looking for anything over here quite yet. Yeah, just nothing to take right then and there. Let's see. Let's look at what's going on over here. So the setups over here, I mean, they're nowhere near where price needs to be at. So like the short range fade is going to be at 45, 132. We're not even up there yet. Breakout long above 45, 150. We're not up there yet either. Yeah, a lot of these entries are looking for price to push up to the 45, 100, 45, 132. We're nowhere near that area yet. So until price gets to that point, we're kind of in limbo here at the moment. Yeah, no entries for me here yet. Looking over here at the overall trend, guys, again, we're in a mixed trend right now. The 4 hour, 1 hour is both bullish right now. The 30 minutes still bearish, 15 minutes still bearish, 5 minutes still bearish, and the 1 minute here is starting to flip back to bearish. So if that's the case, then that's completely fine. I'll start looking for some sells here. So I'll be looking for price here to come back. Yeah, I'll be looking for price to come back below right here. If this is the case, then okay, great. I'm gonna look for price to come back lower, right below, retest, and push even further down from that point. Only problem is we got a ton of red flags down here. We got the New York low, we got the London low. We also do have a lot of liquidity down there as well. Let's see, Sam says still bullish. Yeah, I was hoping for price to push up higher. If that was the case, I do want to connection lost on NinjaTrader. Um, yeah, ideally I'd like for price to push up as well, but I mean, who really knows, right? We got news right here, new home sales at 7 o'clock. Hopefully this will finally push price out of this area. Looks like price basically break and retested off the range here. Price broke above the range, retested it, now it's trying to push back up. We do have news here in about 3 minutes, so hopefully this will kind of push price in a direction that we can follow. Otherwise, looks like we might still be stuck in this range here. Yeah, Sam said he's still bullish, but news may flip it, so waiting. Yeah, same here. Waiting to see what happens here with the new home sales. All right, we got 2 minutes till news, guys, or probably less than 2 minutes. All right, so we got price pushing above right here. This would be beneficial for our bullish confirmation. All right, guys, we got news in about 10 seconds. So it looks like the orb over here, if you would have waited for that to refill, it would have pushed right back up. So the orb over here, if you guys took that, I mean, if you wanted to wait for it, like I said, I wouldn't have taken it because price was already overextended. But if you would have waited for it to pull back right here, it would have filled and pushed right back up to that 40. It was right next to news though, so and you had that huge red candle, so I don't think anybody would be looking to hop into that one there. All right, so here's the news candle right now, guys. The news candle lines up with the 5:30 news this morning. This is a possible high-low break and retest, but it's right at the news, so I wouldn't mess with it. It's going to be tricky here regardless, guys. So like looking at this, we have a sessions up here. So I think it's going to be a little tricky here regardless of the fact that we're up here. The 5 minute is starting to shift back to the upside. So you can see over here, the 5 minute is now above the pivots. It hasn't really confirmed yet, but price is above the pivots. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. The 15 minute over here, price is in between the pivots. So there's a break and retest off this higher high right here. It was at news though, so I wouldn't really mess with it. The entry is currently running right now in profit. If you guys are in this high-low break and retest, what I'd highly recommend is once it reaches 30 points, move your stop loss in profit. Price has reached 30 points right there. I'd recommend moving your stop loss in profit to 10 points. You can keep going for that 40, but you obviously want to guarantee profits there. As much as I would have wanted to take this position, it was right at news, so obviously a big no for me. This is actually a good setup. I mean, it would have been a good setup because it would have hit before it reached the sessions over here. Price is now near the sessions, so what might happen is price might come up, bounce off the sessions, and come back down. So right there, see my markup? It's projecting directly off that purple line, which is the Asia low. So high probability of price getting manipulated around this area here. All right, we got nothing here right now, guys. Let's see, Sam said structure bullish, so I think news is going to be positive, testing something. Let's check. So the news for today was mixed. New home sales for June was 626, so it's positive. New sales month over month was negative here. So it was forecasted to be 10% higher. It was actually 0.6%. So it's pretty mixed both ways. We got price pushing up here past the sessions. I'm going to clean this up a little bit as price pushes up higher. All right, so we got price pushing up past the sessions right here, which is perfectly fine. What I'm looking for now is I'm waiting for that confirmation. We do have the confirmation over here on the 1 minute, of course. Price is above the pivots, trend meters green, pivots are angling up. 5 minute over here, price has closed above the pivots. We'll see if it holds above this area so we can confirm that bullish trend. Same with the 15 minute over here. The 15 minute has 10 minutes left on this candle. So depending on like how this candle ends up closing the next 10 minutes, if it does close above it, we'll look for price to stay above this area, possibly break and retest and push up higher from there. The trend meter is still red below, so we haven't really confirmed anything yet here on the 15. Once the trend meter turns blue, then we can start to identify that, okay, price is starting to shift with regard to trend. Same here on the 5 minute, right? 5 minute over here, price is currently above the pivots. The trend meter down below is red. We're looking for this here to confirm. I mean, it wouldn't really matter because we can't really take entries right here at the high low anyways, or it's not the high low, it's the Asia high. So what I'd be looking for here is, I mean, this could be a possible sweep. We have a V1 variation right here. So we got a V1 variation rejection directly off the sessions. This could be a possible sweep back down, possible fake out, pull right back below. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be, but that's a setup that can be setting up right there. Because as you guys remember from my daily playbook, that's one of them right there, right? Sideways strategies and markets going sideways, look for liquidity sweeps or V1 variations. Possibility doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen. I mean, price here isn't necessarily going sideways anymore. It's now moving directional. but this can easily shift right back down, which is cool, which is fine because if price ends up doing that, then I can look for a high-low break and retest right here. So I'm actually going to be looking for a possible high-low break and retest right here, guys, at the 45,051. So I'll be looking for price to break and retest this higher high right here. It's going to be right at the session, so it's going to be a little tricky.
Connection
But
lost.
I will be looking for possible opportunity right there at the 45,051. I'm going to put that in my ticket window right now just in case. 45,051. All right, so I'll be looking at that price right there for a buy, if possible. The 15-minute here still has not confirmed yet, so it's still going to be a little bit of a toss-up, but I will be watching it right there as price continues to climb up higher. What I'm hoping doesn't happen here is a new consolidation zone, right? So this is what might happen. Price might just consolidate around this middle area right here. So price is now catching up to the overall higher time frames, right? The 4 hour here is bullish. You can see price is above the pivots, trend meters green, pivots are angling up. Same with the 1 hour over here, price is above the pivots, trend meters green, pivots are angling to the upside. 30-minute over here is shifting from bearish to bullish. It's now in the neutral phase right now in between the pivots. 15-minute is attempting to shift to a bullish trend. 5-minute is attempting to shift to a bullish trend. The 1 minute here is bullish. So the 1 minute, 1 hour, 4 hours all bullish. 5, 15, and 30 are shifting to bullish. So that's why for me here, I'm looking for this to break above this higher high, retest this area, and push up higher from there. So 45,051. Also looking over here at my daily outlook, I think that's where the buys are starting to push up as well. So if you look over here at the setups, yeah, right here, it's either a range fade or it is a breakout above. So you can see over here, you're either going to fade it right here between 45,132 and 45,150, which is around this area, or a bit higher actually. This is going to be good because it would have to reach the upper range, and then the breakout's going to be above that area too. So it's kind of what I'm looking for. 45,051 is like where I'm looking to get my buy-in if price does get above that area. Be looking for that high-low break and retest. Yeah, PC said the new home sales month over month was actually positive in comparison to previous months, just didn't meet expectations. Yeah, exactly. But it is showing improvement. I agree with you 100%. All right, the volatility here is sort of slowing down a little bit. Just hoping the volatility will keep up. If the volatility doesn't keep up here, of course, then I'm probably not going to look for that buy, at least not yet. We have a new high right here. So if this high gets established, then this one here is going to be invalidated. There's no longer going to be a high-low break and retest there. A high-low break and retest would possibly happen on this lower high. I don't want it to happen on here, though. I want it to happen on the higher one because I'd like to see that consistent push up. Sam is also looking for a possible sweep at this upper level right here, which is fair, you know. It's fair because price here, the volatility is going back and forth. So if that's the case, then, price might just range within this area. But we'll see. I'm just hoping the volatility here picks up at least a little bit. Got about 40 seconds left here on this candle. 45,051. Yeah, it looks like price here might just consolidate around this area. I'm going to keep watching it though. I'm not completely out of this possible buy opportunity. But yeah, if this lower high gets established, then we can't use this as a high-low break and retest. It's going to be this level now. Only problem with this is that it's going to be so close to the sessions, which I don't like trading around the sessions, and it's going to be considered a red flag area, so an area of manipulation. Just got to be patient. I mean, again, if the entry doesn't come to me, I'm not going to force it. I'm waiting for the entry to come to me. I'm waiting for that retest. Yeah, it's Lungi said, well, both breakout and orb hit 100 eventually. Yeah, it took some time, right? But eventually it did hit 100 points right there. And the regular breakout as well. So if you guys take the regular breakout or the orb, both of them hit 100 points right there. It took a while, but eventually they did hit. Nice work, Phalange, if you caught those. I know you typically like to catch those trades. All right, guys. So this here has been invalidated, just like I mentioned earlier, guys. So I said if this lower high gets established, which it has, we have a new higher low right here. Since this one's established, the new high-low break and retest would have to be at this lower level, which I personally don't feel comfortable taking because it's so close to the sessions right here, and it looks like we're stuck in this consolidation range. So, all right, looks like we're just gonna wait again here. Just gonna be waiting for some confirmation. Man, I gotta turn off my notifications for this. Let me see if I could figure out how to do that. All right, cool. Yeah, because it's a little distracting. So I turned off my notifications for Discord. Every time I hear that noise, it kind of throws me off. All right, so we have a high-low break and retest possibly setting up right here for a sell, but it's not one I would recommend taking because the overall trend here is not bearish, right? So if you guys do want to take this, I mean, you guys are free to take any position you want. If you just want to take this break and retest, you can. I wouldn't recommend taking it because the trend here is bullish, but price is coming back down lower. So again, no confirmation here. The 1 minute still bullish. 5 minute is hasn't really confirmed yet. If you look over here on the 5 minute, the trend here never confirmed, right? Price pushed above. We'll see if it breaks and retests off the pivots here and pushes back higher. That could be the case, but if not, the trend meter here is still red. So there's no confirmation there. 5 minute never shifted. The 15 minute here also never shifted, right? So here's a 15 minute time frame. You can see here price pushed above the pivots, but it didn't actually close above it. So here you can see price really pushed up and now it's just coming right back down. So I'm looking for these to align. I mean, they align every so often, when we're in a trending market. Right now, we're not really in a trending market. We're kind of in a limbo market. It's going back and forth. It's more of a ranging market where price just continues to float. Um, Obviously, I'm gonna look for entries when we have that opportunity, but we just don't have it right now. So we'll see what happens here in the next few moments. All right, just checking my stock portfolio. All right, so we got a new low right here. I'll keep marking up the levels here as price continues to move along. I mean, it looks like we're just getting into a new range. So initially over here, pre-market, we had this really big range where price was going back and forth between this area. Price broke above, went into a smaller range, broke above again. Now we're in this other range right here. So not much has really changed. We're kind of just going from range to range. Price was down here in this lower structure. Price kind of pushed up a little bit, consolidated for a bit, pushed back up, and now it's back into consolidation. So yeah, I mean, we'll try to work with what we got here, but I mean, realistically, there's nothing to really work with here at the moment. Let's see, Sam said 45,061 sweep sell potential. Oh, no, that's what he said earlier. Yeah. Nothing new yet. I don't know if you see anything right now, Sam, but I don't see anything here at all. The trend's kind of all over the place. There's no confirmations here. The 5 minute hasn't confirmed yet. Ideally, if I see the 5 minute here confirm that it's going to be bullish, then I'll start looking for some buys. But as of now, it's pretty mixed. The higher time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour is still bullish. 30 minutes neutral right down the middle. 1 minute is bullish. 5 minute is bearish. 15 minute is bearish. So we don't really have a lot here to work with. Price is kind of just, I mean, hanging out for the most part. All right, we got price coming back below here. This low was never established, so we have a new low right here. It looks like the market in general is just kind of, let's see a new meme stock. American Eagle jumps. It's crazy that people still fall, they still fall for these meme stocks. I mean, it's crazy. It just goes to show that you can make money in the market in so many different ways, right? Like for example, I'm making money here through futures. I'm also making money through stock trading. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of different ways to make money in the market. So looking at Google right here. So I bought in at Google at 190. I mean, I'm coming back to my entry point right here. I should have just closed out when I had the chance earlier, but it's okay. You can see it pre-market, it pushed up right here. I was trying to get out at 200, but price didn't reach that 200 mark. I mean, I'm still in profit on Google right now. I'm probably up like 2%. So I got in at 190 yesterday. 200. Yeah, I was aiming for that 5% range right there to get out. I was pretty close to, I was at like 4.8 or 4, yeah, 4.8, 418. I'll just hold on to it for a bit. If anything, I'll probably close it by tomorrow. We still have one more day in the market, so I'll come back and take a look at this in a few. Anyways, back to YM. Man, there's just nothing going on here, guys. Let's go back up here. It's still inching lower, so every time it inches lower, I just move the low a little bit below. So it's still coming down. Looks like we might be coming back to open. Yeah, so price pretty much sweep right there. It swept exactly where I mentioned earlier, guys. Swept off the sessions right here. So price pushed up. We had a V1 variation right there. So it basically swept. I mean, it was like a retest of the sweep. So like price came up to this area, swept here, retested, came back down lower. I mean, it just depends on like what kind of sweep you're looking for. You could have got in for the sweep directly right there, or you could have got in for the retest right there as well. All right, either way, we will continue waiting here. Let's see. PC said, my guess is we go back to open and take out the lows and go back up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting too. Sam said, I see a buy from 44,962, 44,941 zone, but you may be right, PC. Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, there's areas here for price to come back, right? Because we have a demand zone right here. So what might happen is price might come down here, grab liquidity, and then come right back up. Or, I mean, the range here could be established. If the range here is established now, like say, for example, this low here is finally established, then we might just get a range right here down the middle. I mean, who knows? Looking over here at the 5 minute still has not confirmed. So I think if this candle here closes above green, we might have the trend meter to start to shift to a neutral trend. So right now, currently, it's still red. I think if price stays above this area, this could be a possible break and retest off the pivots. And then this might be a start. This might start to shift the push to the upside. It's taking some time, but the only problem here, so this is the main thing that I'm just more concerned about is the 15-minute, right? The 15-minute, I'm looking for it to close above this area and stay above here. But the thing is, like, we don't have that much time. 8 o'clock is in like 30 minutes. So like two more 15-minute candles. Unless we get like a big push up right here and it holds above this area, then great, we'll be able to confirm that bullish trend. But if not, I'm not expecting this to stay above there in the next two 15-minute candles, right? Because I'm usually done trading by 8 o'clock. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Again, I'm not going to be jumping any positions here. I'm looking for opportunities for entry, but I'm not looking to jump the gun here. I'm waiting for opportunities to really present themselves. So in order for me to get into this position here, I would really need price to push up very strongly. Like price would need to push up very strong right here and then give me a high-low break and retest somewhere above this area, like above the sessions. Because I'm not going to take a high-low break and retest down here, right? Because we have the sessions right there. So if I'm going to take an entry there, it's going to screw up my, just going to screw up my opportunity there because this could easily just stop me out if it comes up to this area and then reverses back down. So for me personally, I'm looking for price to push above this area, retest from here, and then I'll look for an entry somewhere above this area here. But we need to increase the volatility ASAP. It's just a little too slow right now. See, Sam said he's watching the red candle 1456 order block. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's just nothing happening here right now. Again, I'm looking for price to push above this area. Unless it pushes above this area, I'm not really looking for anything because I don't want to get caught in these sessions down here. Man, so much for the market picking up on Thursday, right? It is man, I swear I turned off all notifications and I'm still getting. Let me go here to my Discord. All right, this is for my laptop. I gotta turn this one off here. Disable all notifications. There we go. All right, so we got nothing going on right here, guys. Again, okay, so here's the thing and the problem here. There could be a possible high-low break and retest right here that can start to set up, guys. The only main problem here is that we have the sessions right here down the middle. So if you guys want to take this position, I will help you guys by marking it up for you guys, but I'm personally not going to take the entry here because, like I said, this is going to be too much of a red flag for me. So if you guys want to take this as a high-low break and retest, you're gonna look for price to break and close above this lower high right here. It's at 45,019. You're basically gonna look for price to break and close past it, set your pending limit order right here for it to fill, and then ride this back up higher. But here, like I said, the problem here is that we have the sessions. So if you do take this entry here, be aware that price may get manipulated right here. So price might reach the sessions and then it might fake out and pull back below and stop you out. So just something to keep in mind if you guys are looking to take this here as a high-low break and retest. I personally wouldn't take it. There's just a couple of reasons here. For one reason, we have the red flag there, which is the sessions. The other reason is that the 15-minute here has not confirmed bullish trend yet. 15 and 5 still have not confirmed. So with that being the case, I don't have a confirmation of a bullish trend yet here. It's still pretty mixed. So the odds are not going to be in your favor if you're looking to take a buy right in this middle area right here. Yeah, PC said on heavy news day like this, we see irregular movements hanging out around VWAP right now. Yeah, like the whole logic behind this is that people are waiting for the market to react to the news, right? The market hasn't really reacted to the news yet. News came out over here at 7 o'clock. Nobody's really reacted to it, right? Price came up right here and then it kind of just went sideways. Same with the news from earlier over here, right? Price came up over here at 645. It pushed up, but it didn't really push like anything too crazy. All right, 645 news here was a little mixed. Same with the 7 o'clock news, a little mixed. I mean, price is literally at the news price right here. So it hasn't really pushed above it and it hasn't really pushed below it. It's kind of just sitting there, right down here, down the middle. Consolidation move. So yeah, guys, if you guys are looking to take the high-low break and retest, again, you have opportunity up here for a retest of this area. If you want to go against the trend, you can take the high-low break and retest down here. It's just up to your preference. For me, I'm not looking for a toss-up like that. I'm only looking for quality entries. So I'm looking for that entry that I know for sure is going to hit, or I'm pretty certain it's going to hit, and I just don't have that here right now. So until I have that certainty, I'm not going to be forcing any trades. We talked about this yesterday, guys. Your real role with as a trader, you're not looking to catch winning trades. You're looking to manage your risk, right? So yeah, you want to catch winning trades, but your main goal is really to not lose. Because if you can win trades and not lose majority of the time, you're going to be profitable regardless, right? So the whole role of being a trader and being a successful trader long term is really to manage your risk and then in the future increase your contract size, right? That's the thing here. You're not looking to go for those bigger risky moves. You're looking for yourself to take um, the more higher probability moves with more size, right? So initially you might start with one contract, and then once you start to get better, you're going to start to increase that to like two contracts, three contracts, five contracts. You're going to be applying the same strategy, but you're going to be looking for high quality entries with higher contract sizes. There's an MPS V2 that's currently running right here, guys. I mean, not one that I would personally want to take, but again, because of the sessions, if the session wasn't here, I would be a little more inclined to recommend it. But for me, I've gotten burnt so many times at the sessions. You can see over here, our price got manipulated at the sessions that I just don't take risk at the sessions like that. It's considered a red flag for me. It's one of my main filters. But yeah, there's an MPS V2 running right here. We had a buy signal, retracement, confirmation on this green candle. And then now possible opportunity here for MPS V2. Not one I would take, but again, just wanted to mark that up there for you guys to follow. So I'll just take this off for now. I don't want you guys to think I'm in the position. It is an MPS V2 though, if that's what you guys are looking for. Yeah, Sam said, except flash manufacturing PMI, all positive. And Sam's in this MPS V2 for 15 points. Nice work, Sam. So let's see. Hopefully this comes up and hits your target there. Yeah, 15 should be okay because it's below the sessions. I think that's ideal, right? Let's clean it up there so we can see the price action. All right, price is pretty much just sitting in limbo right there. Yeah, not much going on here. All right, we don't really got too much going on here, guys. Again, we're gonna wait. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we're just gonna wait here to see how price reacts to this area. Not too much going on there. All right, looks like your 15 right there got hit, Sam. Yeah, your 15 right there got hit. Nice work on catching that right there. So it's pushing up to its 20 or trying to at least. All right, we got price pushing up now finally. Let's see, looks like we might have an opportunity for my entry now because we got price above the sessions here. We got price pushing up higher. Looks like 40 over here might have hit for the MPS V2. It's on its way up right now. Yeah, Sam said, yeah, he made some money just one trade today. Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been very many opportunities today, right? We've been following the market for a while, so there weren't really too many to choose from. But looking at the trend now, the trend is starting to shift up. So you can see over here, the 1 minute's now bullish. Price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are angling up. Looking at the 5 minute over here, the price is above the pivots. The trend meter is turning blue, so it's shifting from bearish to bullish. And price is above the pivots with it angling to the upside. Lastly, over here on the 15 minute, we have price finally above this area. We have about 10 minutes left on this candle. What I'm going to be looking for is for this candle here to close above the pivots. If that's the case, then perfect. If not, then we just got to wait for confirmation over here. So what I'm looking for next is I'm going to clean this up a little bit here, or I'll leave those lines up for right now, and I'll put this one up right here. This is a new higher high. So what I need to see here is I need price to pull back a little bit, give me a lower or some type of low, because we have a high here. So in order for this high to be established, we need to have a low to follow it, right? So what I'm looking for here is for price to push up, establish a low, break above it, retest, and push up higher from there. So we'll see. Sam is also looking for a sweep right here at the 45.61. I know that was a sweep he was looking for earlier. So this could be the case right here. This might be the case where price might push up, might sweep that area, pull back lower, establish a low, push back up, break and retest this area, and I'll be looking to take the buy from that point there, right? it's kind of a lot of moving pieces, but that's kind of like what we can look for there if the sweep does happen. Or if it doesn't happen, I'll be looking for a low to be established here, and then my entry is going to be right here at the 45.58. I need this high to be established first, though. So until this is established, I'm not looking to change my entry point. Gotcha. Sam's not looking for the sweep anymore. Yeah, it looks like, price might be shifting to bullish right now. I mean, we have about 10 minutes until the 15-minute candle here closes, or 8 minutes now, actually. So if this here closes above, we'll have a better confirmation. We don't have it yet, but we might have it shortly. All right, so this high is going to get pushed up higher if this here pushes past it. Yeah, so now we have a new high right here. This high over here disappeared. This is the new high here because price got pushed up higher. So again, what I'm looking for here is I'm just going to look for price to swing back below, right? I need it to swing below so that we have a low established. And once we have that low established, I'll look for price to break and retest this area and push up higher from that point. 7:37 right now. About 7 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Okay. So we have price starting to come down from this point. Perfectly fine. Okay, now I'm looking for a low here to be established. Okay, so we have a low there. Perfect. So the next higher high right here where price can possibly break and retest is going to be at the 4560, 45,060. I'm going to change my parameters here. 45,060. I'll be looking for a possible high low break and retest from this area right here, guys. We have a new low right here. So this higher high has been established. And I'll be looking for price to break and close past this area right here. So price got really close to your sweep up there, but not quite. Off by 1 point. Sam, Sam said, sorry, I want to curse YM. Yeah, I got 1 point away from a sweep. Didn't actually fill it, and now we have price pushing back a little below. From this point here, I'm looking for it to push back up, break and retest from here, and then I'm gonna look for a possible buy right there at 45.60. The 15-minute here still hasn't confirmed. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting for it to break and close above this area. We have about 5 minutes left on this candle. So see what happens here next. Yeah, PC said we rejected off his supply zone 3 times now. So if that's the case and there's 3 rejections, I think it's about time for it to break and close past it. So we'll see. Hopefully that works out in my favor if we do get that push to the upside. Again, I'm looking for price to push above this area right here, retest the 45.60, and push up higher from there. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But if we do get it, I'll be looking to take that there. 15-minute has about 4 minutes left. Again, it's trying to push up higher. We need to push above this area here and hold. Just got to, again, give it some more time here. Give it some more time, but also follow it closely. All right, no push yet. All right, still waiting for this to push up, guys. All right, still watching for it. Okay, so again, I'm looking for this higher high to get broken close past. Possible entry going to be at 45.60, or no, 45.60. Yeah, 45.60 right there. Let's see. Sam said, only guess is that it's spread, CME not accurate. Otherwise, why it sold off? I don't know. Not sure, Sam. Got close to it though. Let's see. PC said cup and handle, head and shoulders, hump it, hump. Yeah, a lot of different patterns right there. A lot of different patterns playing through. That's why I'm just ignoring the noise and I'm just looking for the break and retest of that area right there. There's too much going on here. I mean, it does look like a head and shoulders though. You talk like it looks like a shoulder here. So let me go. I can actually see the head and shoulders there pretty nicely. Shoulder, head, shoulders, knees and toes, right? Head, shoulders, and knees and toes right there. All right, but so here's the problem with this here is I don't want price to establish a new low. I need price to bounce off this and push right back up. If it doesn't push up from here, then this whole entry is going to be pretty much invalidated. I don't want any more lows here. I want this to push up higher because there's a new high here. I need this to push up higher and break and close above it, like right now, within the next couple candles. If this doesn't happen, then we're kind of screwed because there might be a new low established and it's going to invalidate this high. All right, so 1 minute bullish, 5 minute bullish, 15 minute here. It's got about a minute left until it confirms a bullish confirmation. Not really bullish confirmation, but slightly bullish pushback to the upside. My entry here, I'm looking for an entry at 45,060. I need price to break and close past this price point, retest it, and then provide opportunity for entry right there. But the volatility here is pretty slow, and I need this to push up like right now. If it doesn't push up now and a new low gets established, then this is going to be invalidated. No setup here. Because if that's the case, then the high-low break and retest is going to happen off this lower high, and this is too close to the sessions right here. Do not want to mess with that. Volatility here is starting to slow down quite a bit. ATR is currently at 16. So, I mean, it's just hoping it pushes, but if it doesn't push, then, you know, we'll see. All right, let's see if this here pushes up. We need this high to get pushed up higher. So basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price to push past this high and past the 45,060 price point right there. This is candle three. We need this to push up further, like now. If it doesn't push up now, then might not get an entry for the day. All right, starting to get a push up right here. Some volatility starting to pick up. We got that new high there, so that's perfect. That's what I wanted. All right, so we're kind of out of the scare right there for the low. Now we just need price to push up higher. I think the 15 minute has now closed above it. Okay, so the 15 minute has closed above it. It's not very strong, but it is closed above it. So looking over here on the lower time frames, 1 minute price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. Same with the 5 minute over here, price is above the pivots, the trend meter is green, and the pivots are angling up. Lastly, here on the 15 minute, price is above the pivots, the trend meter is still red. It's starting to shift to blue, but the pivots are starting to shift to the upside, so this may be a shift to a bullish trend on the lower time frames. The higher time frames over here are still bullish. So 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish, 30 minutes bullish. Price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are angling to the upside. Now we're just waiting for confirmation over here for price to break and close past 45,060, and I'll look for a retest of that area for my entry point. But if we don't get that here right now, there's not going to be any reason for me to force any trades. So I'm just going to wait for it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, then it's just going to be another day with no trades for me. So here we go. Let's see if price breaks past this area again. We're getting close to it. It's got to break and close, not just break, it's got to actually close past it. Man, this volatility is just a little too slow. Let's see. All right, we're getting past it right here. We got to 59, 1 point away from breaking past that level. All right, we're past it right there. If it closes, I'll be looking to put my pending order right there. We got a few seconds left on this, and I'll put my order right there.
Submitted. Or
If it doesn't fill on this candle,
order
then
submitted.
I'll be canceling it. Let's see, I got my limit order right there. All right, I'm
Order
in it.
filled.
So now I am going to let it run. So once price reaches a 30 over here, my stop loss is going to get moved in profit. Let's put a line there so I can see where the 30 is at. Now I just let the trade do what it needs to do. I don't know why my stop loss is so close right there. Check this real quick. I can't really adjust it right now. I'm just going to leave it as is. All right, I'm gonna just move my stop loss up a little bit because I don't know why my stop loss was just super close for some reason. It was like right at entry point. So my stop loss is in profit right here around 10 points. I'm gonna let it run, but I just wanted to move it up so I know where it was. Because for some reason it was just really close. I don't know. Anyways, my stop loss is in profit, guys. You can see over here, I'm in profit right now, running up. Um, Obviously I'm gonna go for the 40, but I do have my I need to see why did that happen. Yeah, I don't know what happened. For some reason, my target here is also not set up properly either. Target is at uh 45,100. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I think it's because of my order ticket window. All right. Well, I'm gonna follow it here. I gotta just manually move my stop loss or my target up a little bit. I don't know how do I do this? Trying to figure out how to 100 right there. Okay. I don't know.
Order submitted.
Okay, I think I did this right. Because I used a different ticket window to set up my order, and it didn't set my TP stop loss. So like for whatever reason, it was like set at wherever it was. This might stop me out at 10 points, but if it doesn't, I had to basically manually put in my targets. It's kind of annoying, but I got it set up there. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the trade breathe right there. I think I have it set up properly. I just gotta watch it to make sure I don't have any random orders kind of sitting around after. But yeah, trade's currently running right there in profit. And I got to figure out how to set this order up properly, or I'll just probably set it up on the regular chart like I've normally been doing. All right, so I got stopped out right there at 10 points in
Order
profit, guys.
cancelled.
So not too bad. Got out right there at yeah, got out at 10 points in profit. Volatility just it's just too low. It's way too low there. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know why the parameters were like that. Okay, so thing is, it was properly done. Let me just fix it here. Stop loss 20. For some reason, my ATM strategy wasn't set up properly. 20, 40. Okay, so that was my bad. There was nothing wrong with Ninja. I just didn't have it set up properly. I was wondering why my stop was like at my entry point. Okay, so I guess that's it for that one right there. So there goes my trade for the day. I'm gonna screenshot my profits right here. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. That's kind of where I'm at for the day. Not too bad. I locked in a couple $1,000. All right, let me screenshot this. Well, it's better than nothing. The full 40 points would have been nice. I mean, I would have even been happy with the 30 points, but I'll take what I can get. All right, screenshot of my profits right there. Out at 10. Good thing I pulled out right there. Price is starting to pull back as we speak. All right, so my first trade for the week, not too bad. Partial TP, 10 points. Stop loss was in profit, basically guaranteed 10, aim for the 40. So there goes my partial profit right there. I'm going to post this now in the Discord. Does it look like that? All right, so here are my profits. So I locked in 220 on my personal account, locked in 360 on my other accounts right here, locked in 135 on these lower accounts down here, and then locked in 360 on these accounts up here, 135 on these accounts, and 270, 225 on these accounts right here. So I mean, decent profit, nothing super crazy, but decent profit nonetheless. Um, Yeah, I mean the trade's still running. If you guys are still in the position, the trade is still running. It pushed up to about 34 points. That's when my stop loss kicked in profit to 10 points, and it pretty much guaranteed 10. Well, I was still aiming for the 40, but again, the volatility here is very, very low, so there's not really too much here to work with, which is, I mean, it's fine. It's just part of the market, right? This is just the type of market we're currently in. You have to adapt with the market. You can't just stay stale, or else market's gonna come and bite you. So, yeah, those are my profits right there. Smart. Yeah. So Chris over here took it for 30 points and ran. I was thinking about it. Like with my TP stop loss kind of screwed up at the time. I was like, I should just maybe just pull out right here, but I didn't. Ended up just holding on to it. Um, but it was still decent. I mean, profit's profit, and I'm happy with what I got right there. So Glenn got it for 30 points as well. Nice work, Glenn. Jonathan said, "Thank you, Sean. I got out at 30 points today. It was my first day with the eval after watching it for more than 2 months and trading demo. Today I was really patient and paid off. Yeah, 100%, Jonathan. I'm glad that you locked in profit there. You know, this is going to build your confidence moving forward, right? You're kind of in a crappy market right now. So, with the market being like this, when the market picks back up and we have more volatility, you're going to feel more confident just getting into those positions and not being scared. So, congrats to you on your first trade on your eval. I'm glad I could get you some profit on that one. And hopefully, the next couple of trades will be a lot smoother so you can pass that eval right away. But anyways, here are my profits. Again, pretty decent profits right here. It's probably, if I was to estimate it, probably made like about, we'll say like 6,000 around there, 5 to 6,000. I'll update my trader sync right now. So here's my trader sync. Let me just make sure everything is closed out because the last time I had, like my trader sync gave me an error for whatever reason. But all right, let me close this out right here. And then let me move my trader sync over here so you guys can't see my login details from my accounts. And then I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. It's 8 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I mean, good day, guys. I mean, pretty good day overall. Obviously, like it'd be nicer if we had um, more entries, but I'm not complaining. I'm can't complain about making profits today. The 40 would have been nice though. 40 bit would have been nice because you've been waiting all week for an entry. But I'll take what I can get right now. Stuck to my game plan, and that's all that matters. So yeah, great profits right there. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Let's see what we got here. There's not really much else happening. Again, the trade is still running, guys. If you guys are looking to hold on to this for the full 40, the trade is still technically running. I mean, personally, I wouldn't hold on to it for that long, but if you guys want to hold on to it, here, I'll just put the 40 back up. Yeah. So it's still pushing back up right there. All right, well, my trader sync loads up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Looks like it's about to hit that 40 there. Of course it would. Yeah, Sam said actually market was really good today. We just held back because of news. Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be days like that where the market is like it kind of flew today a little bit, right? It flew up a little bit. We did go into a range for a bit too, but in general, yeah, a lot of the entries happened around news time, so we couldn't really take a lot of entries, right? The sweeps happened, the MPSV2 here happened. It was like right at news, so it wasn't an ideal place to be taking entry. Right? Like at 7 o'clock right here, what was this? This was the high-low break and retest, right? Price broken close past his higher high, retested. That was a perfect entry for 40 points. But yeah, like you said, it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm still satisfied I made some profit today. Maybe we could top it off tomorrow. We'll see. All right, so here is the entry. It's still currently running. It's almost at the 40 points, guys. It's currently at that new higher high. If price does breaking close past this higher high, this could be a possible opportunity for another high-low break and retest. Oh, never mind. I take that back. Sorry, guys. There's a lower high right here. So no high-low break and retest there. But the trade is still running, and I don't double up on positions. So I don't double up on positions, meaning I don't hop into a position if there's one that's still currently running. So we currently have this one that was running from earlier. Looks like that 40 points is going to get hit. I hope it does because I still want the trade to hit even though I'm not in it. It's almost there. Yeah, almost there. All right, it's inching to that point. Not quite, but almost. Hmm. For some reason, it's not sinking. Yeah, for some reason it only showed 4 trades on my trader sync right now. For some reason I've been having a lot of issues with my Apex now when I sync it onto my trader sync. We'll see, I'll try it again. Damn, it got really close to it. Really close to that target and then it swung right back down. I'm glad that I'm out of the position. I think if I was still in this would have stressed me out a whole ton. Like this would have kind of pissed me off a little bit. It was off by less than a point maybe. Yeah. That would have pissed me off. Honestly, this would have kind of stressed me out a little bit because it's right next to that target. All right, let me check my trader sync again. Hmm. Sam said you want to curse LIM too. I know, right? 1 point away, Sam, just like your position from earlier. That's crazy, right? How close is that? 1 point. It's all good. All right, let's see if this thing's finally updating. Hmm.
connection lost.
That's one thing I've been noticing too. I've been having a ton of connection loss today. So it's probably a good sign that we pulled out of that trade earlier. Let's see. Sam said, you know what now you know how I feel, except it happens to me almost every day. I mean, for the sweeps, understandable, right? I think the sweeps are like those types of positions where you do kind of get cut short. So yeah, I can see this happening to you a lot, Sam. All right, so Sam's done for the day. All right, Sam, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Jonathan said, bye, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Definitely, Jonathan. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the next live session. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm just waiting for my trader sync to finish updating. It's just having a lot of errors right here. Um, I mean, obviously, this is not going to be and I'll show you where I'm at right now. So these aren't my stats for today because it only shows 4 trades. I took about like, I don't know, 40 trades or like 40 accounts or I don't know, somewhere around there. Maybe like 30 accounts or whatever. But yeah, it only shows 4 trades here. This is my trade for the day. So just showing you guys a calendar. Um, I took no trades for this week except for today. This is my first trade for the week. This is supposed to be closer to like maybe 5 or 6 thousand. But yeah, this is kind of where I locked in for the day. Um, but yeah, this whole month's been pretty great. We've only had one red day this whole month of July, which is kind of surprising for July because July is usually a pretty slow month. But we're still able to pull away some trades from the market. So we'll see. Once this thing's done, I'll probably just post it on the Instagram or whatever or somewhere on the page. But if you guys have any questions, I think this is going to be about it, guys. It's 8:07 right now. This 40 points still hasn't gotten hit yet. It's almost there. It was off by like a point, but it's just not there yet. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna wrap this up for the day. There's no need to kind of hang around and force anything here. It's better to just to wrap this up. Let's see. Chris said, yeah, for sure. Hey, Chris, if you're free right now, we can get on real quick and then I can help you out with that. So I'll text you. But all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, let me just check my Trader Sync one last time to see if it's done. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session.